So this is how you'd normally find a valve, a PVB, pressure vacuum breaker, on your outside of your house as it's winterized. So before you turn any water inside the house and send it outside, there's a few things you got to make sure. When we winterize, we always winterize from the bottom of the PVB. So there will either be a tap or a plug that you need to close. We leave this open just so there's airflow. So you got to make sure that this tap is closed. And again, if you're putting in a plug, you have to make sure you Teflon tape that plug and put that plug in. And then the next step you have to do is, because we leave all of these ball valves open to allow air to flow through them all, you need to make sure you shut this first ball valve. Again, you're going to be looking for the ball valve handle to be across the pipe, not in line with the pipe. So that would be wide open. That is shut off across the pipe. Now what you've done is you stop water coming out this bottom pipe, and you stop water right here. So only this portion will be pressurized. And now our guys can come and finish off this startup and go through the system. So at this particular house, there's no valving outside. All the valves are in the basement. Because all the valves are in the basement, you need to locate your pointed connection tag in the basement and make sure you shut that valve. That will stop all water flowing to the outside of your system. When this one here is winterized, this plug will be removed. This is our winterization port. This plug will typically be taped just to the back of your piping somewhere. So you'll find it just with electrical tape, black tape. All you have to do is take that plug out, make sure you re-Teflon tape it, because this Teflon tape doesn't do well over the winter. And before you turn on anything in the spring inside, you want to make sure you get this plug in. It doesn't need to be too tight. A couple turns of the channel locks will do enough. The Teflon tape does the rest. There you go, you're all set to turn the water on in the basement. So in the spring, once you have your plug outside, everything outside is secured, you want to come inside and locate your pointed connection. Again, should be labeled pointed connection, irrigation valve, do not open till spring. You're going to want to make sure that that valve is open. So right now it looks closed because it's running across the piping. You want to make sure it's open. You want to follow it back because oftentimes both valves will be closed. So this one here is now open, this guy's open, and you have water to the outside. Next thing you want to do is go and make sure you check the leak indicator on your water meter. Usually located near this pointed connection in the basement someplace, just to make sure you don't have any active leaks before we get there. Okay, so this is a typical water meter for normal housing. You can see on it, it has numbers where it counts up the water usage. That little black dial again, sometimes it'll be a small white triangle in the middle of an orange needle. This specific water meter has a black leak indicator, and you can see that it's very stationary, no movement at all. That's a good sign. That means there's no leaking outside. If you're all set to go, give us a call and we'll come and start your system up.